and welcome to the Billowing Hilltop podcast. Hello, readers. If you've just discovered us, welcome. We are a TTRPG actual play podcast show. There are hundreds of episodes of us playing D&D through the classic Paizo adventure path, The Age of Worms. So if you want to start there, start there. If you don't want to start there, don't start here either. Start one episode back, because this is the second episode of our new Pathfinder 2 actual play through the Outlaws of Alkenstar adventure path. We would love it were you to rate or review us on your podcast app of choice, be that Spotify or Apple Podcasts or whatever. Write us a little review. It helps in some way that we don't fully understand, with algorithms that we also do not understand. You can find us on socials at Billowing Hilltop pretty much everywhere, or you can email us at hello@billowinghilltop.com. That's it. I have no other news or information. Let us push on with Outlaws of Alkenstar Episode 2, Barstool Blues. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. I'm here with the regulars. Graham is late again, but otherwise I'm here with Dan, my favourite player, Dan, Paul, lovely Paul.
Good evening.
And of course, Johnny. No Lucas. He's still in Switzerland. He's out with the other Swiss somewhere, cleaning or something. Hello, readers. We're back doing our thing. Should we have an email? Let's have an email. Paul's distended sack.
Yep.
Aren't you going to change the joke for the new series?
No.
You can't change my distended sack.
Why would you do that?
Why would I do that?
Well, it's sort of probably getting on a bit, isn't it?
I don't think Paul has the balls for that kind of disruption.
Just had to go there, didn't you?
I don't have the balls, and I don't have the health insurance.
If somebody would be so kind as to reach into Paul's, just,
Oh,
just,
no.
thank you, just, yes, extract. That's it.
It's never a good
Most
thing.
of that will just shake off.
think
Just
you need
flick
a
it off
new
onto Johnny. We've had an email from David Popelka.
Who
I think
has
David's-
written before, and it was a very funny
He has
email
written before. Yeah, something to do with bananas in a supermarket. Dear Billowing Hilltop, Reginald and I just listened to your final episode. It wasn't our final episode, David Popelka. Where did you think we were going to read this out? Anyway, we are very upset.
He didn't.
Where does
He's
this
just
leave
writing
us?
to us. You've decided to read it out.
Oh, I suppose so.
Yeah.
Where does this leave us? Reginald and I have devoted our lives to following the example of Uncle Buggy, WWUBD, or quintuple U.
What would Uncle Buggy do?
WWUB. Yeah. We need to follow someone who is stunted, fleshy, unwashed, flatulent, phlegmy, feces speckled, musty scented, drool covered, vestigial tailed, fashion blind, earwax coloured, boil encrusted, plaque mouthed, trench footed, leaky gutted, suffers from dorsal hypertrichosis. Well, pretty much.
It's just a brilliant paragraph.
And his game character has additional unique attributes. It's not just us who you are leaving behind. There are numerous heavily sedated patients here at the Institute who regularly listen to the divine wisdom discharged from the orifice of Uncle Buggy. But that is just a drop in the bucket compared to all the other people across this great nation. I don't know which great nation it is, but maybe
I
it's
don't
from
know.
America.
Well, if he's in an
Anyway.
institute, I would assume.
Yes, true. This great nation who depend upon your show. Think of the numerous shoe salesmen, equine live cover assistants, resurrectionists and dental hygienists, and consider Uncle Buggy a modern oracle. Whatever direction your next program takes, well, it's taken it, David. Know that your loyal readers are counting on Uncle Buggy for continued leadership.
Well, I'm afraid
Well, it's not
he
taking
did,
that
man.
into
He did.
that direction.
He's dead, I'm afraid.
Or is he?
We await your orders. As long as they don't involve too much math or hand-eye coordination, we will follow Uncle Buggy into the depths of hell. David, you're going to have to. From a safe distance, shrouded in smoke. Your devoted followers, David and Reginald. Thank you, David. First email of the new
That is a
thing that we
marvellous
now
email. It is
do.
a
It's
first
marvellous
class email.
It's first class.
Yeah.
He is
Now,
in a planar tomb somewhere.
you're talking about Uncle Buggy now, not David, I presume. Okay. We'll have a recap in a moment, but first of all, let me move you on to the big map. I think it's an idea for us to have a quick look at Alkenstar and how it sits in its environment, and I can tell you a little bit about the challenges that Alkenstar faces, and specifically this area that's called, well, some call it the Southern Blight, some call it the Manor Wastes. Alkenstar sits in the foothills of the Newell Mountains at the eastern extreme of this Southern Blight area. Nearby, you have a few other settlements. You have a smaller town called Martell, slightly upriver. On Lake Ostradi, which is the source of the Ostradi River, actually in the mountains themselves, you have an institution called the Gunworks. The Gunworks are critical to Alkenstar's economy, prosperity, development. The secretary of the Gunworks, Sir Freeble Gempf, holds 10 votes in his one personage in the Alkenstar Parliament. The Gunworks are very influential in terms of Alkenstar's politics and economy and fortunes. Dongenhold, which I believe is where, what's your character called? Paul Dwayne Admin or something. Anyway, Paul's character
That's not very nice.
purports to come from. It's a mostly subterranean dwarven fortress citadel. It is the dwarves that developed the black powder technology and much of the other mechanization technology that Alkenstar exploits. And then out on the edge of the Spellscar Desert, the Spellscar Desert dominates the vast bulk of this southern blight, running from the west of Alkenstar out to the lands that wait. At the edge of that desert, we have a fortress called Cloud Reaver Keep. The southern blight, the manor wastes, the Spellscar Desert, they take their name from the fact that from time immemorial, from yesteryear, maybe even from days of yore, this area has been affected by magical flux. The wastes have strange properties. They are the result of arcane wars between what are now called the Frog Wizards of Bontz, who occupy the plains beyond the Newell Mountains, and a realm, an almost mythical realm, off the south of our map. You don't know how far, known as the Dominion. Exiles from the Dominion are rumoured to have founded Evenstar and the Wizard's Spire University in Evenstar. It was a war of sorcery that has caused all sorts of after effects in this area of Hearth. The Frog Wizards of Bontz broadly represent the forces of chaos. The Dominion broadly represent the forces of law. Periods of magical stability and instability come and go. Periods of magical stability are known colloquially as are known as bronze time. Periods of magical instability.
They're known as bronze time.
Bronze time.
In what circumstances are they known as that?
Well, it's the word that people colloquially.
That's the word I was trying to get you to say. Brilliant.
It's just the standard shorthand word term
The
that
what
people
word,
use
sorry?
for periods of bronze time. And then periods of magical instability are referred to as surge time. There is an intricate, highly decorated clock on the tower of the Great Workshop of the Blind Watchmaker. That is the Temple of the Blind Watchmaker in the Auburn district of Alkenstar. And its series of interrelated dials turn for the time being and rotate through the wheel of days, the seasons, the major observances of the watchmaker. And an hour before and during a period of bronze time, an animated figure of the watchmaker emerges from a housing on the face of the clock. And across the square from the Great Workshop is the Wizard's Spire of Alkenstar. An hour before and during periods of surge time, tendrils of green eldritch energy like St. Elmo's fire crackle around the weather vane atop the spire. The populace of Alkenstar have noted that these two indicators are rarely in agreement. The various whisper sheets, single news sheets that circulate the city, they attempt to forecast periods of bronze time and surge time with mixed success. The current star prognosticator is known only as Aximus and predicts for the Alkenstar Whisperer, that most vigilant and entertaining register of the town's diversions. That is the sheet that was circulating around the audience before the play that you just watched. Alkenstar is, for the most part, protected from serious surges of instability because it's near the eastern edge of the Blight. Surges are much more acute, much more long-lasting out in the Spellscar Desert itself. There we are, a little bit of lore, a bit of a lore dump. Give us a bit of context.
Very nice. And in terms of size, Alkenstar compared with like Evenstar?
Smaller. I think the population is no more than a third the size of Evenstar.
Right.
Everybody lives on top of each other. It's much more like the northern industrial towns of the 18th and 19th century in England. Multiple occupancy, slums, crowded alleys with washing hanging across them, all of that kind of stuff. Certainly in Smokeside.
Finsbury Park.
Yeah, not miles off Finsbury Park.
Yeah, okay.
In Skyside, things are a little bit more refined. There's a bit more space. Now, I think it is time for a recap. Who is going to deliver the recap? Looking round the table,
That'd be Johnny.
From my left to my right.
That'd be Johnny, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Rolling a d6, getting a 1. It is Paul.
Hooray.
Paul shall deliver the recap
I can't
of
remember.
this evening.
I can't remember. We went to a theatre. We did the round the characters, who were two.
Sort of a theatre, yeah.
And then we went to a sort of a theatre where we watched a really crap play, during which there were some flashback type things. I can't remember. Some memories. And then the play ended, and then we there's this lady who came out, found us, and said, are you who you are? And then she took us around the back and then told us some stuff about, what's his name? There you go.
No,
correct me then.
There's more than that. We have to go and steal something from the place at the south of the city.
It's like catchphrase where they fill in one little square of the picture.
It's like blankety blank.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're getting there. You met in an establishment called Dunsmith's Rooms, which are in an area of.
Give us the city map, Mike, and we'll remember.
Oh yeah, let me put you on the city map. That'll focus minds.
There we go. Right. So Ironside Quarter is where we're headed, and there's some kind of thing that we have to steal.
You're heading to
I can't remember.
bank
I can't remember.
Called the Gold Tank Reserve.
Yeah.
Which is now marked on your Alkenstar map.
Yeah.
It is invested in by someone called Sir Ambrose Mugland, who is your nemesis, all of you, collectively, for various reasons.
That's why we're together as a group.
It is believed that you have a grudge against this personage. You were summoned by Phoebe Dunsmith, who runs Dunsmith's Rooms, after the dreadful play.
Mm-hmm.
You were led away to what seemed to be some sort of slightly secret room behind the kitchens, behind the sculleries, and Dunsmith laid out for you information. She said that she had learnt that, first of all, there is this bank called the Gold Tank Reserve in the Ironside Quarter. Secondly, its chief investor is Sir Ambrose Mugland. Thirdly, that the security at this bank is provided normally by a handful, maybe more, of automata, many of which will be in for repair until a certain point tomorrow afternoon.
Right.
As she put it, Providence has been good enough to leave the door very nearly ajar for us. Get out of my pub.
Is it a door or is it a jar?
She warned you that if you're successful, you should hot-foot it from the bank, head southwest to an old rag and bone yard called the Wailing Scrapyard. There you would be able to find a way into the sewers that would get you out and under from the attentions of law enforcement and back to Dunsmith's Rooms, where, of course, you are safe, because Dunsmith's Rooms, sitting as it does within the Liberties, the laws of Alkenstar do not apply in the few blocks of the Liberties. Instead, it is under the administration of the dwarves, the trading dwarves, as Dongenhold.
Who's asking us to do this?
Well, Dunsmith is offering you the opportunity to do it. She's trying to find some people who can pull off this heist, and you get the sense that you're being tested for further opportunities she may lay out for you to strike at the fortunes of Sir Ambrose.
Right, does she want like half the money or something?
What is in the bank?
You should ask. You get 10% apiece.
10%?
She says. 40% in total.
There's only 3.
Unless, of course, Lucas turns up. In which case...
Can I use my persuasion to try
puts
and...
down his alpenhorn.
Can I...
In which case, 50%, I suppose.
Can I use one of my abilities to try and persuade her to give us more?
You most certainly can. Oh, no. Dice rolling and rules. Where's Graham? Help me. Graham.
I've got mercantile law.
You got your pantile what?
Mercantile law.
Okay, skills. Hold up, Gazer. Hold up. Skill actions.
He's got mad skills.
Mercantile law is. Tell me about that. That's for recalling knowledge, right?
It's got a very long description. Doesn't really tell you what it is.
Yeah, it's for recalling. It's for recalling knowledge. If something comes up where information is useful, you can apply your mercantile law, make a roll. Maybe you might know a little bit more about how the Gold Tank Reserve's ownership functions or something like that.
Maybe
in terms
it's
of
just
persuasion, you need
diplomacy. You influence others through negotiation and flattery.
Yes, it's a single action. You can make a request of a creature that's friendly or helpful to you. You must couch the request in terms that the target would accept given their current attitude, blah, blah, blah. I have the DC.
Okay, my roll.
Do you want to give it a go?
I'll give it a go. So +5 onto this.
Okay, 14. She laughs. She chuckles. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, young.
I
forgot. I didn't catch your name.
Sagbo. I'm not that young.
You dress young. I have to retain the remainder. I have expensive. I have to grease certain palms. I have to advance the next stage of our designs against the
We've
odious
got the
mudlet.
danger. We're taking
You have
the
the danger
danger.
and I have the information.
We could get arrested. What happens if you get arrested for stealing?
Don't get caught. That's the point of bank robbery, isn't
Yeah,
it?
but if we do...
You'll end up in the pockets if you get caught waiting for your time at the assizes. That is what will
All
happen
right,
to you.
Sagbo, my love. I think we leave it now. Tell us about Ironside Quarter. Tell us what we need to know, because it's orange. Why is it orange?
Well, it's only marked in orange.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
actually orange.
Well, it looks actually orange.
A few years ago, there was an outbreak.
Mm-hmm.
There was a chemical that affected the minds of the inhabitants. There was an unfortunateness. As a result,
right.
that area of the city was walled off, sealed away.
Right.
But now, of course, it's not the most salubrious of places, but it is now perfectly safe. It's no longer overrun by crazed
But still walled
zombies.
off.
Most of those walls have crumbled away.
Okay.
To get in and out of there is easy as kiss my hand.
Okay, well, I think we shall take our leave.
Oh, already? Okay. Well, just be careful when you do this,
Yes.
gentlemen.
And lady.
And you, madam. Sorry. And you, madam. No butchery, please. No hostages. I've got no desire to be in league with cutthroats. People who would shame the gallows.
All right. We like a good tear up. Do you know what I mean?
You don't want us to kill anybody. Just to be clear.
He says with a withering
Johnny's
sarcasm.
so disappointed, aren't you, Charles?
Yeah.
I mean, I would prefer you to leave people living. To get into the vault, you're going to need to get the key off the chief clerk. That may require a bit of persuasion. I don't mind you getting a bit rough with people. Big Mo knows what I'm talking about, don't you?
I
love
do.
me?
Yeah, I do.
But of course, clockwork, automata, I have no particular feelings about them. Your canine friend here is all about smashing up machines, I hear. Now, before you're off, a couple of pieces of advice.
Do you have a map?
Of the bank? I'm afraid I don't, love.
Okay.
It's a pretty simple affair. As I understand it, there's a main portico entrance. It's an old Temple of Tonge, as I said.
Right.
There'll be some railings or whatever to keep the punters away from the clerks, from the tellers.
Yeah.
There'll be some offices in the back. There's a vault. Like I said, the vault will be open during the day, at least the main door, but you'll still need a key to get past the inner door. Or you could try the whole thing at night, but if you've got no way of getting into that vault, it's your choice.
How long have we
Quieter at
got?
night.
How long before the automata are repaired?
I wouldn't push it anywhere past 12 bells tomorrow, so kind of
Right.
lunchtime.
Right.
You're still going to have to deal with a few of them, just not anywhere near as many.
Right.
Can
Now.
I ask a question, please? What is
Seriously, Paul?
exactly are we stealing again?
Oh God, I'm glad Graham's not here. Can you imagine his voice? And
I'm
Paul.
going to enjoy this for
what is
ages
Paul?
and
I've
ages and
forgotten.
ages.
He's
Me?
called Dwayne, and I don't know,
What's
Anderson
his-
Lee or something.
Who
I think
are
he thinks he's
you?
a dwarf and he isn't a dwarf, something like that. Something hilarious.
Dane Dwalin is my name.
Edward, what?
Dane Dwalin.
God.
Dane Dwalin.
Edward
Dane
Dwalin.
Dwayne
Dane
Dwalin.
Dwalin. Just Dane Dwalin, if you don't mind. What exactly oh my God.
Did it
Dane
take you
Dwalin.
all week to do this voice, Paul?
No, not all week. Just now. What exactly are
It'll
we
be different
stealing?
next week.
Well, the
Oh,
voice like
possible.
that, you can go at the
I
front.
hope so. Desperately hope so.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be
Unfortunately, Graham seems to have remembered his voice, and that's just going to really great.
Has Big Mo got a rolling pin? I just got this
got silent
image
spell.
of a
Yeah,
big
I'm just
rolling
looking.
pin.
Could you
And,
just
her
tell me...
sleeves rolled
Oh,
up.
Big Mo,
and,
that reminds me.
Yes, my love. We're kind of the same character, aren't we?
Yeah. Get out my
You
pub!
are really?
Which it's time to get
typecast.
going.
After you finished your whittles, it is time to get going. Now, here are some tools for your enterprise.
Tools.
This
I'm getting
enchanted
tooled up.
pouch
Yes.
she produces a bag will bear the weight of your winnings. It is enchanted. She passes it across to you, Mo.
Yeah.
See that all the coin is stowed within it, lest it slow your escape.
Oh, I see. Is it some kind of bag of holding?
It's something of that along those lines. Do
Right.
try not to damage it. I shall expect its return once the business is concluded.
All right.
As for these, she produces a sheaf of scrolls. The enchantment they bear will keep your identities pleasantly obscure. You don't want too much attention from the authorities or your enemies out there in the streets outside the Liberties, do ya? But timing is of paramount importance.
Let me have a look at these scrolls. What are these? What are these scrolls?
The enchantment lasts but a single hour.
What are
You have 4, maybe 5, depending upon whether or not Lucas ever turns up. Scrolls of illusory disguise.
Okay.
You create an illusion that causes the target to appear as another creature of the same body shape and with roughly similar height and weight. The disguise is typically good enough to hide their identity, but not to impersonate a specific individual.
Okay.
Spell changes appearance and voice. Oh, quickly cast one on Paul.
But
not mannerisms. You can change the appearance of clothing and worn items. You can make armor look like a dress. Held items are unaffected, and any worn item removed from the creature returns to its true appearance. It counts, this is a rulesy bit, the intent seems clear, but I've never used it before. It counts as setting up a disguise for the impersonate use of deception. Okay. I imagine that applies a modifier. It ignores any circumstance penalties the target might take for disguising itself as a dissimilar creature, gives a +4 status bonus to deception checks to prevent others from seeing through the disguise, and lets the target add its level to such deception checks even if untrained. You can dismiss this spell. Duration 1 hour. There you go.
Okay.
Just try and make sure there's nothing else I've forgotten before I send you off. I don't think I have now. You haven't got that long. I mean, if you're going to go in tonight, you better get started.
Yeah, we'll get going.
You might want to ask a few questions. I'm not the single fountain of knowledge about this establishment or anything around it, so you might want to go out and try and find out a bit more. You might want to go and have a quick look at the place before you make your decision, and you can decide whether or not you're going to do it now or do it in the day. The doors in front will be open during the day.
What time of day is it?
It is between 7 and 8 bells on Thump Day, the 4th of June.
What time does it open?
Thunder in the air. It opens at 8 bells in the morning.
And it's how far?
It's really not far.
Don't see a scale on the
7
map.
bells at night.
You can use
the
the measure
night
on the
before.
map.
Oh, okay.
That tells me that it's less than a mile. In fact, it's a third of a mile. It's round the corner. I told you this place was small.
Is it 7 o'clock in the evening the day
The
before?
scale of this map just seems to be miles off. It's 7 o'clock on the evening before.
Okay.
Well, it could be 7 o'clock on the evening of the robbery if you decide to go now. The point is that the automata are returned to the bank.
Yeah. No,
lunchtime
just trying to
tomorrow.
work out if it's 7 o'clock the day before. Okay. It's in the evening.
Yeah.
Okay, we shall go down there,
What do you want
find...
to do? You can case it. You can...
Yeah, I think there's two things we want to do. I think, casing it at night gives us a lay of the land around it.
A detail from when she laid it out for you last week. There is a main entrance which will be open during the day. There is a service entrance in an alley at the back that the clerks, should you be able to find one, have a key to.
Right. Well, let's go and have a look at the building. Is there like an inn nearby where we can go and ask people about it surreptitiously?
I'm saying there is.
Okay.
Why don't you give me... You can either use perception, you can use thievery, or if you can persuade me that a law check is relevant. If you start heading to the location of the bank and you give me a roll in one of those, I can see what you might discover.
I
I could
Good thievery.
try and pick pockets of
What's your theory?
+7.
+7.
Nice, that's
I've
good.
got +7 and I'm a thief.
Well,
Oh dear.
What are you?
not a very good one.
Oh,
No.
I don't know if you quite know what I am yet.
He's a gunslinger.
I am a professional
By the way,
thief.
you should
Try
Why
and keep dialogue
have you
with Paul's
got-
character to a
Yeah,
minimum.
Why have
people.
you got
So,
the same
Mike, do we
dealing
have a-
skills as me?
Do you have a kind of map of the outside of it or anything that we can look at?
Yes, let's put you on a map. Let's put you on the night version. There we go. You can't see very much. I've placed your minis dead out front, but
Right.
that's just so that they're on the
Yeah,
map.
that's fine.
They can be assumed not to be
Okay.
there. There's a street that runs east-west. There is an area of ground in front of the bank. The doors are recessed. There are 2 wings, as it were, on either side. There's 2 rooms on either side of that entrance with barred windows. Talk to me about what you're doing. First of all, do you want to make any rolls? Second of all, tell me how you're approaching this environment. We can
So we're just walking past it first, casing, looking at the lay of the land.
fly casual.
Yeah, fly casual. We'll do the same around the back.
Well, the back, you can't actually get round to the back of the bank, past the bank. You have to kind of wander around a series of alleys and back streets. Somebody give me a thievery, somebody give me perception, or somebody persuade me that a law skill they have is relevant and we can have some rolls.
I don't have any relevant skills really. I've got
You got perception?
perception is...
Thievery.
Yeah, thievery.
13.
13.
I don't seem to have perception.
It's not in your skill list. It's separately called out at the top of your character sheet, I think.
Oh yeah, okay. I've got low light vision as well. Okay.
Sagbo, your thievery check. What you determine from a quick tour of the environment is, first of all, that this neighborhood is very quiet. You think at least half the buildings are abandoned. You think that any kind of disturbance at the bank, you'd get a bit of time before the attention was drawn of anybody that you'd need to worry about, like the Rifle Street runners or tip staffs or have-a-go hero civilians. You think that you'd get a bit of leeway. What did you make for your perception roll, Dan?
15.
When you head round the back of the bank, you notice that there is a yard at the back, like an overgrown yard.
Uh-huh.
You think it once might have been a vegetable garden, maybe for the temple.
Right.
You can see the eye symbology carved onto the external fascia of this building.
Mm-hmm.
You can see a couple of kind of large barred windows that look like they look into offices or some sort of administration rooms.
And there's a couple of doors down the side.
You think anybody in that yard, you're not going to be able to use that as a way to sneak in.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, there's a pathway around the side, and that leads to a door that is marked staff only.
Okay.
It's locked. Anybody else going to give me a roll? Well, there's only Paul left.
I'm just checking to see if I've got... Oh, pick a lock. I've got to pick a lock.
Yeah, but we're not doing that yet. We're just casing it at the moment.
Yeah, any more casing rolls?
Hello?
Graham.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
Good evening.
You're just in time to make a roll. You want to make a perception, thievery, or if you've got a relevant law check, you're casing this gold tank reserve bank.
Okay.
By the way, sunset is after 9 bells. So let's say it's sort of dusk as you're doing this process. It's not completely dark yet.
Okay.
Graham, can you remind us what your character sounds like?
Yes.
No.
Carry on.
No,
I can
Paul,
remind
what are you doing?
He sounds a bit like this.
Oh, that's marvellous. That's it.
Does he?
Oh, it's lovely.
Great.
Oh, you and I are going to have long
Just the
conversations.
most annoying party.
Yeah.
Where
I need
did
a
these two
annoying
suddenly
voice for
discover that they
Psycho.
wanted to kind of do voice role-play stuff?
When they just basically
Well,
wanted to annoy everybody.
If you think this is bad, you should hear it when I've got a cold.
Imagine if we'd had 6.5 years of this on the old thing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
we never-
I'm sure
we
you're
never
able
would
to
have made
mute
it.
them, Mike.
I can edit them out.
Yeah.
completely.
My name's Psycho.
What skills did you say I could roll, Mike?
Hello.
You can make a perception roll, a thievery roll, or if you've got a law check that you can somehow persuade me is relevant.
I would like to roll thievery.
Oh, don't
Yep.
tell me you do thievery as well.
And we're
What's
all
your
better at
thievery?
it than you.
Graham,
You're all outlaws. You're a group of outlaws.
what's your thievery
Johnny.
skill, Graham?
My thievery is
My
plus
bloody
7.
Plus 7.
Plus 7.
Everybody's
Yeah.
got the same. I'm a thief. I'm a professional thief. That is my
Not a
character
very good
class.
one.
Everybody's
That's why you
got
lost
You're just not
the same skills as me.
We are-
17. Best thievery roll of the night so far.
It's
by
amazing.
A long chalk.
I'm going to apply to the guild and make a protest.
Farts notices as you are casing the joint that just as you're peering in, you see one of these automata patrolling. It seems to be on a sort of, it's anachronistic. They seem to be running on a kind of program. They seem to be running on some sort of routine. You see it stomp into one of the rooms that you can observe through these barred windows, either at the front or the back. It stops, it opens a shutter on the top of its head and floods the room it's in with bright light. It rotates its head in a complete circle, shutters the light, and then moves on. If you spend a bit more time watching,
Yes.
your assessment with the 17
Mhm.
is that there are at least 3 of these things walking around in the main body of the bank.
And how long is the sequence that it's running, or the program that it's running?
I would say that if you watch a single room, an automata, you don't know whether or not it's a single one that is tasked with the same track, or whether or not they're taking it in turns to follow the route, but an automata enters that room about every 10 minutes.
Right. And can we do the same thing from the front?
Yes, and if you watch from the front, it won't take you too long to work out that there's a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do? You're going to do that thing where you sit like in a Western under a blanket with your hat down over your... No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Westerns.
Musketeers.
The Musketeers. If you pull your Musketeers cloak around you and remain
In the shadows.
unobserved, Yeah, in the shadows on the other side of the street. I'll say that you can work out the pattern. You can't work out precisely where everybody is, but I'm saying that you can pick a time when you could be confident that you were going in the interval between visits. But you don't know what these things do when they're not visiting. They might just be standing around waiting for a noise.
I've decided that Big Mo's familiar is going to be called Paul, my eagle. Paul.
Oi, Paul. Oi, Paul. It's too loud.
Oi, Paul. It's too loud.
It's too loud, Paul. It's too loud.
I shall send Paul up above to fly over the building and have a look at the roof.
Is this
alleys
down the side or buildings?
They are covered alleys. They're like those lean-to things, like awful thing that Paul's got down the side of his house. They're covered. The front, they're completely sealed off. You don't know that they're particularly useful. You missed this, Graham. Sagbo found a door. Dunsmith told you that there was a door, a staff door. If you could find a clerk of the bank who had a key, then there's a door that you think you could get through. Oh, you could.
Well, we wanted to go and find an inn and see if we can find some, kind of dodgy
well,
person.
If you head to an inn,
have,
the Gentle Location, it's called. It's extremely small. As soon as there are 4 or 5 of you together, you realise that you're half the customers,
right? And
there's really not much space. What would you like to do? Sort of talk to people?
Yeah, I'd like to.
About
I will
things?
offer to tell people's fortunes for a copper piece.
Give me a performance check or something along those lines.
Is it
or diplomacy?
Where are my skills gone?
Says,
they're over
pretending
there. Neither is very good. I should have thought that through. There's a skill. I thought it was going to be the skill called fortune telling law.
Yeah, well, that means you know a lot about fortune telling.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that you're going to find it easy to drum up business.
Oh, okay.
Necessarily.
Okay.
I think that's more performance or diplomacy.
Not society.
I don't think so.
Well, I've taken the wrong skills then. Okay, so I will try performance roll 7.
You're struggling to drum up
that's
trade.
Fine.
Anybody want to?
And then I'll get chatting.
Gather information or anything like that?
I'd like to gather a bit of information, like Farth would like to speak to people.
Give me a diplomacy check.
What would you like to say to them?
24 diplomacy.
24. Not quite a critical success, but a very, very good number. Amazingly, Farts. The first person you sit next to at the bar is a clerk from the bank called Byron. He's very drunk and he looks very upset. And he's muttering about how he was passed over for promotion.
That's not
dear, my
you
good
would
man.
never understand
Buy you
what
another
this
drink?
means for me, my place in society, my family, my prospects.
Why? What does it mean?
Well, a man without prospects, a man without an income. How can I maintain my household?
You weren't fired.
No, but I need advancement.
What was your position?
Well, I am a humble clerk, I grant you, but if I was become deputy regional branch manager, I would be looking at an income of another 2 shillings a month, and then perhaps my betrothed would agree to make all my dreams come true. We could have children, and I could set up a household. I could set up a carriage. Maybe I'm letting. Maybe it's a flight of fancy. Another
drink,
gin, please, barkeep. Another gin.
His shirt's a bit untucked from his breeches, and his waistcoat is
Let me
got
get you
2
that.
buttons open, and he's sort of fumbling around for the money, and it's all a little bit sad.
So who did obtain the position?
Oh, they gave it to Vingle.
Oh yeah. And what's he like? Is he good?
What's she like?
Oh, she.
Well, she always knows exactly the right thing to say to Dresh.
Right.
So unfair.
In length of service, yes.
Yeah.
In seniority and in simple application, I am clearly the best candidate. But Vingle,
Is that what's called? Yes.
Vingle, yes, that's her name. She always has the right thing to say when Dresh is around. She's made friends with the woman, and I just
So if
Anyway.
for example,
I'm feeling rather drunk.
I understand, but if something were to happen that might implicate Drinkle, that might be to you, Vingle.
Don't forget the name.
Yeah, that might benefit you, right? If something might go amiss that she was responsible for, maybe.
I don't know if I'd feel comfortable about that. If
Okay.
there was anything bad was to happen to the bank, I would lose my living.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Diplomacy.
Yes.
10.
He doesn't look convinced.
Someone else might
I
be better.
don't
Can I
think so.
can I try and pick his pocket?
Yes. Give me
So
a
I'm-
thievery check.
He's sitting at the bar, is he?
He is.
I'm going to sort of
What are you
try
trying to
and get a
steal?
drink from the bar, but pick his pocket while I push
I
past him
understand.
to get to the bar. Thievery +7. It's as good as everybody else, even though
+7.
I am a
Okay.
thief.
An average thief.
Okay.
Right, 1d +7 and 19.
19 is enough. Sagbo.
Sorry, mate. Sorry, just getting a drink here.
You palm a ring with 4 keys on it.
There you go. Nice.
Not bad for an average thief.
He looks up at you. He
Sorry,
sees a lot of
mate,
himself
sorry.
in you, you think. Oh, fellow desperate loser, he says. Fuck off. Let me buy you a gin. He starts patting his pockets.
Don't worry,
like
I'll
you're-
get it.
Any moment he might
I'll get him
pat
a
the wrong
gin. I'll
pocket.
get him a
Oh,
gin.
that's very decent of you, old man.
Should we head over to the thing now, do you think?
I'm wondering if night might not be a better time to do it.
There is a faint wail carried on the warm night breeze. A ghostly, unsettling wail. The other punters look up, go,
What's that?
and then go back to what they're doing.
What's that noise?
Barkeep, so that's just a scrapyard, sir.
Mate,
And
what
there's
does that
something
mean?
going on in there. Well, it's haunted, isn't it? It's haunted.
Is it?
That's what they say. Yeah.
That
Well, his colleague says, "Don't be ridiculous, Neil. It's not haunted. It's just something. It's just
then the
noises."
scrapyard is where we're supposed to go, Mike.
Yeah, that's where you're meant to run to make good your escape.
I-
Don't listen to Neil. She says, it's not a really Georgian name anyway. Don't listen to Neil. It's just old stories. It's fine. The only thing you have to worry about in that scrapyard are the nail gobblers.
Nail gobblers. What are they then?
Goblins, scavengers. They live in the scrap and they do whatever. You don't have to worry too much about them. You can deal with them.
Right.
There's no ghosts or ghoulies in there. It's probably them. It's probably them making funny noises to keep people at bay.
How far is this scrapyard then?
Oh, it's not far.
Oh, I think we should go and check it out, lads. What do you reckon?
All right then. Yes, let's do it.
Okay.
I think we'll head over and scope it out briefly before we... so at least we know where we're headed and have a plan.
Looking at the map of the bank, or
Yeah.
rather the surrounds of the bank, to the south, in the area of ground behind the yard, behind the bank, there is a small door. It's not locked.
Okay.
Leads into a little alley. You zigzag through a breakneck series of turns and little passageways and maybe slightly broader little streets and stuff, and you end up walking past a kind of looming mass of what looks like very dangerous, jagged scrap metal. It has got a low fence or wall, but it doesn't need it. Let me
Right.
put you on a new map. There's a little aperture in the junk, something that Paul would know all about, that spreads open to form a bit of kind of clear ground under these tottering towers of scrap. Every now and again you can hear the sound of something falling off something else, a kind of clang. Every now and again you might hear the barking of a dog. You might hear the sounds of small things moving about, disturbing stuff.
Right. Okay.
I'm giving you your view from
Yeah.
the east-west alley that runs past this break in the scrap.
All right. So
Shall I put you back to the bank, or
yes,
what do you want
let's
to do?
go back to the bank. And in terms of law enforcement, is there a station nearby or something like that, or is that not really a common thing?
There isn't any. Not in the Iron Quarter.
Okay.
There's maybe the occasional roving patrol. It took you no time to get here from the centre of town.
Yeah.
If you did this during the day, if you walked in there, everybody would be called this as a robbery. They would be shouting, screaming. You'd probably get a fair grace period from that point onwards before anybody that you needed to worry about turned up. At night, probably get a bit more time.
Okay.
But at night, as Dunsmith has outlined, the main vault door is closed.
Right.
That might be a worthwhile trade-off. You just don't know enough about it. If only there was somebody you could ask.
Like the drunken guy.
Oh, the drunken. Yeah. Go back to the drunken guy.
Oh, it's you again. He's now absolutely sloshed. One elbow on the bar.
So,
Only one eye opens.
Your job must be
how long have you been working at the bank? did you
really
say?
complicated.
I'm in my. He starts counting on his fingers. He holds up one finger and he goes 2,
Quick maths.
4, 6. I don't feel very well. 8.
Yes, 9 years. When was I apprenticed? Oh no, how old was I then? Yes, 9 or 10 years.
10 years. So you must know it pretty well. Do you like?
I don't know. Well, I like the back of my not cock. What is it? Hand. I know it like the back of my yes. I know it like the back of my Yes, I do.
Would you recommend it as somewhere secure that we could maybe store our money?
You get the interesting types who customers. The customers are an interesting bunch of rumcoves, I have to say.
Oh, really?
Oh goodness, yes. I don't. Sorry, I've forgotten who I am. Oh yes, it's secure, I suppose. Yes, I mean, if people who rob banks put their money in a bank, you should imagine that the bank would be quite secure if you take money. Oh my God.
I mean,
so miserable.
Obviously wondering about the protections that would be in place were we to store our money there.
Everything is firmly under lock and key. Oh, you wish to become a customer? You wish to become a customer? Oh, you can. Is tomorrow my day off? I can't remember. Who am I again? Oh, yes, that's right. No, I'm working tomorrow. You can come in tomorrow. Maybe I can introduce you to Jess. Yes, introduce new customers. Maybe that will put me in her good books.
Well, I think we're only...
We keep a record of all the money in the books. So she has good. You get it. We has good books. Oh God, what am I gonna do? Falls off his stool.
Good. We were just wondering about the type of protections there. I mean, do you think that the vault, for example, is adequate?
Neil peers over the bar as he's cleaning a glass and says, "I think you've lost him, sir."
Okay.
If you were asking about the bank,
yeah,
it's like every other bank I've ever been to. I don't keep my money there, but that's because of the company they keep.
What sort of company is that?
Well, it's they don't have the most trustworthy. I mean, look around you. He gestures to the punters, the pub, and by implication, the whole district. This isn't Skyside, is it? It's the furthest possible point from it, really.
Has anyone ever tried to rob that place?
Well, apart from you lads, he starts laughing, and the lady behind the bar starts laughing as well. I mean, it's pretty fucking obvious. No, not that I know of. But then, of course, you don't mess with the ownership. Not mentioning any names, but
well, what do you know about the door, about the vault door?
I don't know enough. I mean, I've been in there.
Yeah, what's it look like?
I shouldn't be getting into this because what happens if you try something and then it somehow comes back to me?
Well, I mean, we could make it worth your while, maybe.
More than my life's worth. Oh, can you really? He sort of laughs and she laughs as well and goes back to cleaning his glass.
I will place a gold piece upon the counter.
Gold sovereign?
Mm-hmm.
He looks at it and he says, "There's a misunderstanding here.
There's
only one of them and we're talking about something else entirely."
No, we're not. We're talking about just a couple of people having an inconspicuous conversation, just an
inconspicuous conversation. What kind of adjective is that to use to describe a conversation?
It's the adjective that came to mind. I meant to use a different
you were
one,
fumbling.
but I couldn't.
You were reaching for innocuous.
That's the word I was looking for. Yes, thank you.
Well, I think I'll take that gold piece for that piece of advice. Thank you very much.
Oh, what piece of advice? No, it's back in my pocket.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Really? Can someone else do that?
Well, really, yeah. That's how this game works.
12.
Okay, no, he's not convinced. You get the sense that he understands precisely what you're asking about. He knows what you're up to. He doesn't really care, but he doesn't want to be involved.
I'll get my cards out and I'll start laying them out on the counter and I'm going to glance over at him.
Careful, there's a bit of beer there, love.
Yeah, no, it's all right. It's fine.
Okay, you do that. Anybody else want to do anything in this very small, suddenly
I'll lay
invented
another
pub?
card and I'll gasp. And I'm like, oh no, I better not keep going.
I'm going to speak to the barman.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to jump in. Not literally jump in, but
hang on. Unless Dan's. Have you finished, Dan? Or
No, I was just going to say that there is a earn income aspect to the fortune telling law.
Is that what you want to try and do?
No, I'm just saying that you told me that I had to do some kind of performance or something to it.
Oh, I mean, I could be persuaded. I thought you were trying to drum up trade. Who wants their fortunes read?
Yeah. There's an earn income from fortune telling law. That's what I'm saying. It's not
during
not
downtime, not exploration,
okay.
Not.
Okay,
I'll
pass over to someone else.
Suddenly finding a loophole to retrospectively cover his total failure to understand the rules.
Is our friend completely asleep?
He's asleep. He's passed out.
Does he have anything else interesting looking on him?
No, not particularly.
Just the...
Standing over him.
Yeah, trying to help him to his feet.
We've already got his keys.
Yeah, and he might have letters or something.
You can try and help him to get your hands into his armpits, as it were.
Yeah,
right in there.
Right in
up
there.
Right.
Try and help him up.
His chin is nodding forward. There's a bit of drool going on. There may be a bit of soilage. You can get him kind of propped up against the bar, slumped on a stool again.
Do we know where this gentleman lives?
Do you want to make a thievery check to give him a quick search?
I will give that a go. 25.
No, it's a fantastic thievery check. It's a critical success that tells you, I'm afraid, Graham,
nothing. Okay. Well, I pat him down and then ask the barman, do we know where this gentleman lives?
I'm afraid I don't, sir. Somewhere in Smokeside, but I'm not sure.
Oh, well, that would be quite difficult to take him home then, wouldn't it? Perhaps we should just
leave him
on the floor.
He'll sober up eventually. Chances are he'll be going straight into work. I doubt he'll be going home this evening, sir.
Doesn't look that way. Okay, put him on the floor.
No.
I'm going to talk to the barman. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Nice moustache.
Thank you very much. The automatons over in the bank.
Oh, yes.
Do you know anything about them? You know,
well,
they come in here for a drink at all?
What? Everybody laughs. No. Maybe a change of oil or something, sir. New to Alkenstar, are you?
No, I've been here for a few months.
Brand new, just arrived on the boat this morning.
No.
Everybody starts laughing at you. All pointing.
Very good. Right.
Come in for a drink, he said.
Yes. I'm asking about the automatons. What do you know about them?
Well, we've seen quite a lot more than you do.
Sir, they work for the bank. What do you want me to tell you? I mean, they're machines.
Do they ever leave the bank?
Well, they do in the day. They patrol the outside, yes. Give me a diplomacy check, please, Sagbo.
Okay, +5 to this. What's that?
It's a 10.
A 10. Oh, shit.
Yeah, they patrol the outside. I don't know what they would do if anything actually happened. But then I'm just an invented bartender called Neil.
Talk to my rather odd companions. Right, chaps, shall we break in?
You're the
thief.
thief.
That's the question, isn't it? Do we go now at night or do we go during the day in disguise? I think either way we should probably go in disguise.
I was thinking we could make our faces look like this clerk, because the automatons probably think he's okay.
I think I'm going to find that rather difficult.
I don't think you can use the...
You can't be a specific person.
Yes.
It's just a general alteration so that you're not recognised for who you are. It's dusk. You've padded your way through the back alleys to get here, and it's an underpopulated area. If you were walking around in the brightly lit parts of Skyside or whatever, somebody, chances are, would have spotted one or more of you by now. If you were to try and knock this place over during the day, you would definitely, or do anything really during the day, you would definitely want the disguise. At night, you don't know.
Shall we go?
So far as you understand, it's not like there are cameras.
Anybody?
Let's do it now.
I want to check the back door to see if there is any magic on it. But do I have any? I've got detect magic.
You're going to move your mini? We're going to put your big self
following Big
over
Mo
my
to
entrance.
the back door.
I do not want to put my big self over your entrance because that's plainly disgusting.
So you're heading around the back of the bank.
Yep.
Sagbo and Big Mo are in the alley that leads up to the staff entrance. Farts is where?
Also in the alley.
Also there. Who's got the keys?
Me.
Sagbo, you've got the keys. Okay. And what about whatever he's called? The one with the annoying voice. Oh,
Which one with the annoying voice?
Dane Dwellin.
Sagbo, what are you going to do?
The equivalent of detect traps. After Big Mo's done the detect magic.
Tell me about the spell. Let's just quickly look at the details of it.
The spell is all-powerful and allows me to do anything. You send out a 30-foot emanation. You send out a pulse that
Nothing
registers
changes.
the presence of magic. You receive no information beyond the presence or absence of magic. You can choose to ignore magic you're fully aware of, such as the magic items and ongoing spells of you and your allies. You detect illusion magic only if that magic's effect has a lower rank than the rank of your detect magic spell. However, items that have an illusion aura but aren't deceptive in appearance, such as an invisibility potion, typically are detected normally.
Okay. No magic.
No magic.
Okay, I'm moving up silently.
Okay.
Stealth,
Give me a stealth.
is +7, so here we go. A 21.
21. Let me just... Wait, a couple of dice rolls. Okay, yeah. You sneak up to the door.
Now what do you want to do? You've got a bunch of keys.
I'm going back to the front, and I want to see if I can look in and get an idea of the interior layout of the bank.
That'll take you a little bit of time in exploration mode. I think this is this thing with Pathfinder. There's downtime, exploration, and encounter. We're in exploration at the moment. While you're walking that way, Sagbo, what are you doing?
How do I detect traps? Is that perception?
Don't know.
There's a disabled device, but that's once I've seen it. Perception.
Use perception. Yeah.
9.
9. Okay, you don't detect anything.
Put the key in the lock.
You work your way through the keys, and the third key clicks. Looks like you've made your way in. What are you going to find behind that door? Are you even going to dare to open it?
Yes.
What is Big Mo going to find when she heads around to the front of the bank? Or is she going to quickly hot foot her way back to join you? Well, we're not going to find out now. We're going to find out about your fortunes. Try and rob the gold tank reserve in the middle of the night when we pick things up next week. Very good.
The Billowing Hilltop podcast is a Billowing Hilltop production. Outlaws of Alkenstar and Punks in a Powder Keg are copyright Paizo. Punks in a Powder Keg was written by Vanessa Hoskins. Music is from Kevin MacLeod and Incompetech.com and is used with thanks under the Creative Commons license. Additional music and sound effects come from the wonderful Sirenscape. All other original material is copyright Billowing Hilltop. Thanks for listening.